I'll be teaching shoulder stand. I start, you know what? All right. I start bringing my foams onto my mat. I turn the top of my mat over the foams. I take my blanket. And I bring my blanket over that setup. I have a little separation between the foams so that the bone at the top of the neck, C7, there's room for it. And it doesn't get smushed. So I bring that over the blanket setup and bring a brick here for my sacrum. I take my strap and I measure my strap so that I bring it onto my elbows, and I bring it wide enough that the outer edge of my shoulder is in line with the outer edge of my elbow. I place that where I can take hold of it while I'm in the pose. I lay down my shoulders on the blanket pile. My shoulders on the blanket pile, I extend my arms. I press my arms down, and I roll my inner arm toward my outer arm. I press the outer arm down into the floor to lift the chest. I press the arms down, and I bring the feet overhead. Again, I press the arms down, the outer arm down toward the floor to lift the chest, lift the hips. I get my strap, bring the strap around my elbows, and bring my hands onto my back. And then I bring my hips, bring my legs, bring my torso perpendicular to the floor. I press the outer arm down to lift the hips, to lift the legs, and lift my chest toward my chin. To come out, I release my feet to the floor, release my arms, bend the knees, and slowly come down. Okay, and then I'll scooch back and I'll rest, feet together, knees apart, buttocks on the floor. All right, your turn. So set off your mats with the foams so that there's a small space between the foams. Wrap the top edge of the mat over the foam. Take your blanket and place it so that the smooth edge of the blanket is in line with the mat that is turned over. Take the long tail of the mat and draw it over the blanket pile. Take your brick, place it where the buttocks will go. Take your strap and measure. Bring it to the elbows and measure so that the outer edge of the shoulder is in line with the outer edge of the elbow. Leave your strap where it's handy by your blanket pile. Okay, lay down on your mat, lay down on the blanket pile, shoulders on the blanket pile, straight arms, stretch your fingertips toward your feet. Press your arms down into the mat, roll the inner arm toward the outer arm, so the palms are facing each other. Inner arm toward the outer arm, press the arms down, press with the feet, lift the hips, bring the feet up and over. Press the arms down, lift with the feet, bring the feet down toward the floor. Press the arms down again, roll the inner arm toward the outer arm. You're in Halasana, toes are on the floor. That's it. How's that, okay? Okay, now, take the strap, bring the strap around the elbows, bring the hands to the low back, and bring the legs up perpendicular to the floor. Chest perpendicular to the floor. Press down, roll the inner arm toward the outer arm again. As you press down, lift the hips up. Lift the legs up. The hands on the back. Lift the chest toward the chin to lengthen the spine.